Good afternoon, distinguished delegates, co-chairs. This is a brief overview of our Earth observation applications, its outreach to the common man, and some of the thrust areas that ISRO is contemplating. So ISRO's Earth observation program has few components. It deals with constellations of satellites, which is the main portions of the vibrant space segments, which are resource-sat satellites, cartosat satellites, ocean-sat satellites. Along with these satellites, we have also institutional frameworks in all the natural resource sectors like agriculture, water resources, ocean, atmosphere, where the standing committees are reflecting the needs of the remote sensing data for implementing the developmental plan. Then when we come to the applications, there are several types of applications such as natural resources inventory, livelihood support, disaster management, and reaching community through village resource center. So, and then last but not the least is addressing the nation's developmental priorities in different sectors. So our goal is submitted to hyperspectral imaging, microwave remote sensing, atmospheric science and environmental studies relating to the climate change, and providing the disaster management support. So presently in the geostationary orbit, we have Kalpana, which is MidSat. Kalpana is named after our deceased astronaut Kalpana, and INSAT 3A, and other series of low Earth orbit polar satellites ranging from Cartosat, ResourceSat, IMS, OceanSat. So our priority is food and water security, weather and climate, environment and ecosystem, health and education, rural development, infrastructure development, disaster management support, smart governance, sustainable development, and strategic applications. So some of the examples which I present in front of you, we have the crop acreage production and estimation called FASL, forecasting agricultural crops using space agrometeorology and land-based observations. We forecast in national level wheat, rice and potato and provide these inputs for every year. Then we have that wetland inventory. We have mapped whole country, entire country, 1:50,000 scales. These maps are being ready and will be published by the year end. Then we are studying the snow and glaciers in Himalayan region, where it includes the snow cover, selected subdivisions, glaciers inventories, number of glaciers, glacier retreat studies, which is very important from the perspectives of climate change. Then snow melt runoff, amount of water is accumulating in the reservoirs and predicting it, how much water can come and store into the reservoir. Then land use land cover, 1:50,000 scale, this entire country we have done, and 1:250,000 scales, that every year the cycles 3 times we do, taking the data of pre-kharif, kharif, we call it the pre-monsoon, monsoon, and in winter. Then wasteland mapping, this nature and status of the wasteland in our country, and the water resource development includes all the sectors of water resources, starting from the current area development, reservoir sedimentations, irrigation infrastructures, tank inventory, and also soil salinity and alkalinity mapping. Some other areas are national urban information system development for the development of cities infrastructures, biodiversity characterizations where we do the vegetation mapping, disturbance index map, biological richness map, national coverage. We have developed 60,000 ground samples where these points are the potential samples points will be utilized in future studies also. We have that in disaster segments, we have a number of studies we do, number of mapping we do. Out of that, very important is drought and flood. In drought, presently we are contemplating in 13 states of Indian regions, and the flood, whenever the flood occurs, we do the flood inundation information, damage assessment, flood control monitoring, bank erosion identifications, forecastings and warning models is being tried, and for these early warning systems. Then also we have the potential fishery zone information services we also provide now. Presently there are more than 30,000 users. Indian coastlines is very vast, more than 7,000 kilometers, and this will enhance this fish catch in these regions. So another way to provide the livelihood supports. Another is information services, which the information we generate, ISRO generates, is disseminated through the different web portals. The different web portals, Bhusampada, which provides the land use land cover maps, Bhuvan, which is the image portal, up to 5.8 meter cartosat data is being put there. And then ISRO NNRMS Natural Resource Management System portal, where all the information about natural resource management projects has been conducted by ISRO has been put there. Fasal, that agriculture portal provides the information about crop acreage and yield forecastings in national and also district level. There are other networks also, like Biodiversity Information Network, Wasteland Information Network, INFRAS, that fire assessment, forest fire assessment network, water resource information services, natural resource database. So all are put in different networks and providing the database services, and all the networks, all the services are now put together in one network, so that that link can be provided, and the user can select their choice of thing. Then technology dissemination things, there are the web portals, training and orientations are given, interface with academia, institutes and agencies is being done. Then we provide the support to Sentinel Asia. ISRO has joined in Sentinel Asia with JAXA in 2007, and since then that database has been provided in 16 countries for the disaster management. From 2007 to 2010, data provided in 25 emergency observations requests from Vietnam, Australia, Philippines, Mongolia, Laos, India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, China, so on. There are some of the examples of the database provided in the different time frame for the different types of disasters. In 2009, then 2010. So some of our future thrust areas will continue and improve resolutions, improve repetitivity with resource-sat, cartosat and motion-sat missions. Our thrust areas will be the hyperspectral missions, microwave missions in C and L band, and also in in lower frequency or higher wavelengths. Then radiometers and sounders, and environmental missions for the greenhouse gases, aerosols estimations. So these are some of the observational requirements we are looking forward. Soil moisture, carbon modeling, disaster management, optical and SAR data constellations, SAR satellite constellations, dynamic feature detections, disaster management, and frequent observations of high resolution surface wind. This is on the ocean and wave height. Then for atmosphere, rainfall, temperature, humidity profiles, radiation budget, as well as greenhouse gases. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, any question? Yes, really.
It's the same question I asked the previous speaker. In fact, both your presentations are beautiful. except that I have two things that I would want to raise. First, there has to be an integrative approach with the related agencies or organizations that need to address the disasters or like the carbon and all this that you mentioned. Now, would you have a plan when something happens, they already do it in an integrative way of getting to coordinate with everybody so as to be prepared? It's more of like disaster preparedness program.
Yeah, India is also the member of international charters. When disasters happen, charter is activated, and India takes part actively in the charter programs, and also in the Sentinel Asia. ISRO is an active member with JAXA, providing the data requirements in these Asia-Pacific regions whenever it is required.
I have a quick question. What is the timing and data model for ResourceSat 2?
ResourceSat 2 is already in being shifted to the launch pad. So maybe within shortly, maybe this year, not this year, early next year, sometimes it will be launched.
Also, I have one question, because it's very important to ISRO to contribute to safe prototyping, not only for the Central Asia. And I know that you will plan to launching the megatopics. It's very important to getting the more frequent participation information. And also the Sara Artica is a new altimeter.
Oh.
Sara Artica. Yeah. And which providing the CRI.
Just I will tell my colleague is there, Dr. B.S. Roy. More of his plenary presentations is there.
Correct.
So he will focus on all the satellites, present and future, and all these satellites will acquire the data sets on all ocean atmosphere, so which is very important for the climate change studies. So for tomorrow, when you will hear this, your questions will be clarified.
Yes, thank you very much. It's very appreciated for collaboration. Okay, so thank you very much.